Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Controlled Chaos here, bringing you a deck profile of my Evilswarm deck, updated for the new set, The Lord of the Tachyon Galaxy. Um, I've brought it to one locals, obviously that's all that there's been since the release. Um, and I got top 8, which was cool. I played all really good players. I didn't get a break. That's one thing about my locals is that there's a definite tier of players. There's, the top tier that, get top 8 every week, and then there are those who don't. And yeah, I played all people who are always, in the top. But it was fun. It was good practice, and I did well, well enough to get in top 8 myself. So, without further ado, I will get into the deck profile. We're going to start with 2 Rescue Rabbit, and his target, 3 Evilswarm Heliotrope. And I got 2 tour guides. If you'd watched my videos from before, the Tachyon Galaxy, you'd find that I was also running a tour bus because there was an explosive combo with the deck. But tour bus is too much of a dead draw, especially if you have the deck updated the way it is now. You don't like dead draws. 3 Caster, standard. 3 Thunderbird. I only play 2 Mandragora. I feel like when I run 3, I just draw it too much. It's an okay card, but it's not really anything special. I wouldn't run it at 3. I feel like I summon it with Caster or banish it with Allure more than I actually summon it with its own effect. 3 Evilswarm Tachyon. This card's broken. Monster Reborning this card late game is stupid. You can go from no cards on your field, no cards in your hand, and then either top deck this or a Monster Reborn to summon this from your grave, and it's an instant Ophion, which gives you a Pandemic, and you're just set. It's great. 3 Infestation Pandemic. Then the 2 Oaths. 2 MST. 2 Forbidden Dress. And then for the 1-ofs, Rhoda, Allure, Heavy Storm, and Monster Reborn. I took Dark Hole out because it's not good anymore. It's good against a random rogue deck, I guess. Well, not really rogue deck. It's not good against the meta. You Dark Hole against Fire Fist. They're just going to Forbidden Lance their monster. They're going to use Tenkin or whatever. You do it against Elemental Dragons. They already have Dragosack with tokens out, so that's really not going to do you anything. And then Evilswarm has Pandemic, so it's just a waste of a card, in my opinion. In a spot better filled by more back row and or more monsters. And then for the traps, we got 2 Bottomless, 2 Dimensional Prison, 2 Mirror Force, 3 Fiendish Shade, and the 2 Solemns. That's it for the main deck, guys. I'll get on into the side deck first, and then the extra deck. The side deck for this really makes it. I mean, with Evilswarm going against things like Judgment Prophecy and Elemental Dragons, it's just, they're so fast and broken game 1 that it's tough to get a lot of game 1 wins with this deck, especially if you don't go first. If you go first, you're fine, because then you can, sit on an Ophion, whatever. But especially if you don't go first, siding is key. And the difference between somebody who can and cannot successfully use Evilswarms is, their ability to side deck. So, I like to think I've done fairly well with it so far. All I've done is, 1, I guess. We got 2 Effect Veiler, 2 Penguin Soldier, broken. It's an out to Dragosack and one of his tokens, or 2 Dragosacks or whatever. Won me a match. Actually, won me more than one match, but won me a match against Elemental Dragons at locals. Then we have our Dark Hole, just for all the non-meta decks. 1 MST. We got 2 Gozen match. 1 Mind Drain. 2 Mind Crush. 2 Macrocosmos. 1 Deck Devastation, and 1 Eradicator Epidemic Virus. I really don't side in most of those for anything, but they're there, or for everything, I should say, but they're there for that one deck, that one trouble deck. Like Judgment Prophecy, I probably won't side EEV against anybody else. But if I sit down and you play, Spellbook of Secrets, I'm immediately thinking to myself, hey, I'm going to side this in, and it's going to hurt you. And, yeah. But for the most part, cards in there are kind of general sides. Like anything that exceeds summons, I'll side in a Penguin Soldier, Then for my extra deck, for my rank 3s, we got 3. We got Zenmane's Leviair and Leviathan. For our kind of more generic rank 4s, we got Gemini Pearl, Black Ship of Corn, Excalibur, Dweller, and Maestroke. You can make Excalibur with 2 casters, for those of you people who don't know that. Then for our Evilswarm regular rank 4s, we have Nightmare, Bahamut, Thanatos, and double Ophion. I was running 3 Ophion, but I don't really find myself going into more than, even more than 1. Sometimes I'll go into 2, but not often enough to run 3. And there's other, good cards that can be used in that extra spot. And then we have 1 Ouroboros and 1 Shockmaster. Well, guys, that rounds out the deck. Thanks for watching, and Controlled Chaos signing out.